Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Steven here with another nice batch of comics to show off. So let's dig in. First off, I've got from Dark Horse Comics, Barbed Wire #2. Very cool cover, very nice line work. Clean. Barbed Wire #2, May 1994. Published by Dark Horse Comics out of Milwaukee. Dan Lawless, penciler. Ian Aiken, inker. Nice clean pages on this. I would have to look it up to see if this is the series that the movie was based on, or if this series came after the movie. I know there was a comic book adaptation of the film. This is not it. Yeah, nice clean pages, white pages, nice coverage. Yeah, very cool. Yeah. Pointy corners. I do see a spine tick just right here. See if the light will pick it up. It's right there. And it looks like it's a color break. And there's another one up here near the stitch. Overall, nice book. No dings or dents. Just a couple of spine ticks, probably just it is what it is. There is a scuff down here. And yeah, nice book overall. Shameless plug, this is actually one of the books in the sneaky peek photos that I post on my socials every week. This is one of the new back issue new arrivals for the shop. So when I was going through it, I was like, oh, don't really see Barbed Wire very often, so let's highlight it. Next up, from Ablaze, is Space Pirate Captain Harlock. Man, I loved this animated series when I was a kid. I think it was called Capitan Albator. It was on one of the French channels. And yeah, I just love the show. I've ranted about it a few times, so I won't bore you with repeating myself. I'm just looking for the indicia. Space Pirate Captain Harlock #2, first printing by Ablaze Publishing. Oh, nice. Okay, so they have a bunch of copyrights here. Probably having to do with various properties still being owned by various companies, going all the way back to 1977. The most recent one having to do with this book, though, yeah, is copyright 2021. So, very nice. Nice shiny paper. Another one with really nice coverage, as you'd expect with a newer book. There he is right there. Very cool. There's that amazing ship. Love that ship. The huge blade coming out the front. Nice. This one I found in an LCS dollar bin. Shaking my head going, why hasn't anybody picked this up yet? But I don't know how many multiple copies of this they had. Very cool. There are some spine ticks. And some color breaks further up. Just up here. Just little nicks that have broken the ink. And there's some more spine ticks down here that could be repaired, but they're relatively minor. I don't know if the light's picking them up, but there we go. No major dings or dents. There's a little bit of I don't know if the light's going to pick that up. Because it's heavy black coverage, there's been a little bit of scraping happening. Just on the back cover. Looks like scrape lines. Yeah. Fairly minor though. More color break spine ticks on the back. Yeah, nice. Yeah, LCS fine. Next, from Top Cow, or Image, take your pick, I have Witchblade 33. And I found that Witchblade is kind of a funny title where it's popular and then it kind of dies down and then it's popular and then it kind of dies down. Okay, Witchblade Volume 1, 33, number 33, August 1999, first printing, published by Image Comics. Okay, so it's because the Witchblade character is owned by Top Cow. Another proprietary thing. Let's see. Pencils, Randy Green inks, D-Tron with Teamtron. Another one, nice clean pages, nice coverage. Not showing that one. Just got to be careful with some of the pages. It's an ad. There we go. Very cool style. Nice color work. Very nice. Very nice. I don't remember where I found this one. This might have been LCS as well. Next up, and this definitely wasn't LCS, I have from Marvel, Daredevil 134. Oh, and I didn't really look at the cover. It's a little bit of scuffing. Color break scuffing. A little bit along here. So you gotta find it specifically right there. Some more down here. Pointy corners though. A little bit of scuffing down there. Yeah. Back to Daredevil. So 134. Newsstand. I was talking to somebody about that the other day, where this whole thing about some people say it doesn't matter if it's a newsstand or if it's a direct copy. Well, it kind of does, because the comic books were dealt with differently, were they not? Correct me if I'm wrong. But the newsstands, any books that didn't sell at the corner store or department store or whatever, they would cut the banner and mail it back for a refund. Whereas the comic book stores, with the direct copies, would just put them in their back issue inventory. As I say, correct me if I'm wrong. So along with there being fewer and fewer as the years went on, the newsstand issues, there'd be fewer of them that were intact, because the covers would be sliced up to be mailed back. And the rest of the comic would probably be thrown out. Comment if I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong about stuff. I'd much prefer to know the truth. Daredevil, published by Marvel Comics Group. Volume 1, number 134, June 1976. There's trouble in New York City. That's trouble with a capital T, which rhymes with D, that stands for Daredevil. That's what it says right there. Get the artwork on this. Bob Brown and Jim Mooney, artists. Joe Rosen and Michelle Wolfman, letterer and colorist. So Michelle Wolfman did the color on this. Marv Wolfman wrote and edited. Held up fairly well for a book from the 70s. There's a little discoloration in the pages, in the white areas of the pages. There's some stuff going on with the book overall, but I'll get to that in a moment. There he is. very nice. Relatively clean throughout. I don't see any pen marks, or the registration's pretty good on it. 70s. I don't know, would there be a stamp? Just give me a moment. Oh yeah. There's the value stamp. That they encouraged kids to cut out in order to build a bigger picture. Clip 'em and collect 'em. But yeah, nice book. There's definitely some discoloration in here. And it's not ink transfer. It's going to be something else. There actually looks like there's food on the inside front cover, which I am not going to touch. I might be able to get rid of some of it with just a light wiping. I think I've mentioned that before. Some grime and dirt. Just a light wiping. You can get these just cotton pads. Get them for cheap at discount stores. Don't add any liquid. Stick a backer board to support the page that you're cleaning, whether it's the front cover or back cover. And gentle. Be very gentle wiping. And give it as much time as needed. It's not a 5-minute job. Looking at the book itself overall, so it looks like there's a print error happening just right here. So there was a speck of dirt or something. It's kind of weird that it would be on that black area. I'm just going to see if there's any... Okay, so what's happened is that when they were doing the separations for the printing plates, so the before printing plates, you got a cyan, which is blue, you got magenta, which is more or less pink or a reddish color, yellow, and black. And so, and I've mentioned it before a couple of times, or at least once anyways, where you can have 2-color black, which is usually better than 1-color black. Or you can have 4-color black. It looks to me with this, just with the way that the colors have been separated in around here, it looks as though the black areas are actually yellow and black. Because I was trying to figure out, okay, well, if it's 4-color black, then how is that little yellow chunk there, you know, so well registered? Right? Because you would have that chunk would be in exactly the same place on 3 of the plates if this was 4-color black. But I'm guessing that it's just 2-color black, and so that there was a blob of something on the black plate when it was printed. And so you have a print error just right there. Because it doesn't look as though it's been chipped or anything, and even if it had, you probably wouldn't see the ink if it had been something had nicked the book itself. You would see the white of the paper. So that's kind of interesting. Or not. It's interesting to me. You can also see that it's kind of, the yellow is kind of showing through, and there would be yellow to get this red. The mixture of colors to get that red, because magenta is not that red. So there's that. There's definitely some grime going on in the banner. There's some scuffing happening just right here. And then there's a... yeah. So there's some fairly major damage happening. Well, I consider it to be major anyways, because it's torn here and here at least. Yeah, that's a shame. And it probably happened in conjunction with this huge spine roll. See the staples? Like the staple is there. It should be here, right? The staple is there. It should be here. And I think that one's actually, I was going to say it looked a little bit rusty. Yeah, it's kind of rusty down in the bottom part there. You can really see the spine roll if you turn the book around. I'm holding it flat. You can see that it's curled. So it's curled this way and pulled the back of the book forward, and that's why you've got the staples on the front of the book. The back of the book could use a cleaning as well. Not particularly pointy corners. And there's some weird stuff happening there. It's got some, it's definitely got some beauty marks, but it's an intact book. It's nice. Also, because of the spine curl and everything being pushed this way, you can see that the cover extends beyond the pages. And because that has happened, it's affected this edge where you can, if the light's going to pick it up, you see where it's kind of bent. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. There you go. Just along there. And that's because there's nothing behind this edge to support it. Whereas if there hadn't been a spine curl or a spine roll, then these pages would be behind the cover and supporting it more in storage. So just little things like that. You see it's also got some wear along the top where the ink has been rubbed. Looks as though it's been repeatedly rubbed, and so some of it has come off. You can see the yellow coming through. So, but yeah, I mean, for a book from the 70s, it's held up relatively well, all things considered. It's just got it's got some character to it. Next up, from Image, I have the, apparently, hopefully that's not food off of the comic book, the first brutal issue from Image of Savage Dragon. And this looks like it actually has never been read. Like there's nothing. Now I've said that in the past, and then I take a second look, so I'm just kind of making sure. Oh yeah, okay, so there really isn't anything except for, it looks like a bit of ink transference just where the stitch is, just where the staple is here. Along the spine you can see a dark mark just there. But yeah, doesn't look like it's been read at all. Savage Dragon #1, July 1992, first printing. An Image Comics title published by Malibu Comics. Malibu Comics is a division of Malibu Graphics Publishing Group out of Westlake Village, California. Interesting. So a transition period, I guess. Wow. Whew. Check that out. That's something. That's just awesome. I mean, it's too bad that the bindery isn't all that great, and so you've got this white line down the center of the double spread, but geez, very cool. Nice clean pages. Yeah, you can see that things shifted. You'll see it there as well. If you look down the middle of the spine, you can see part of the adjoining page. So it just kind of invades the center just there. And it'll match up with what's going on the page on the other side of the book. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to fuss with it too much. Just take my word. Well, maybe you can see. So you see there. And if I lift this, you can kind of see. I don't want to be doing that too often with any book, because bad things happen, and not in a good way. But yeah, I don't see anything. You know, nice pointy corners, no scuffing whatsoever. Usually you'll see scuffing here and here. Nothing. Let's do the light test. Yeah, so I don't know if this book was pressed or if it's just never been enjoyed. But that's awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. From what, 92 I said? Yeah, 92. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, that was another one from a customer who brought in some books. Lastly, I've got from Dark Horse Comics, really cool photo. Predator 2. Beautiful. And, oh yeah, okay. Oh, nice. Ha 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 ha. I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so Predator 2, the official comic adaptation of the Gordon Silver Davis production of the 20th Century Fox film. Predator 2, number 2, June 1991, published by Dark Horse Comics out of Milwaukee. Huh. It's the nice still from the movie, I think. Yeah, that's a photo. Nice clean pages. What I was laughing at is that it says on the cover, Dark Horse trading cards inside. And I was skeptical. But lo and behold, there they are. Just get my hand out of the way so you can see the book. And yeah, it's kind of funny because one of the trading cards is for Hard Boiled, which was a ultra-violent limited series created by Frank Miller back in his heyday and illustrated by Jeff Darrow, who was just a phenomenal artist. Just the amount of detail. And in one of my previous videos, I actually showed some of the artwork that he's done in this particular series. So it's kind of cool that these cards are still here. Wacky Squirrel DHP. I do not know that particular character. This one here. Nixon is the last name of the character in Hard Boiled. Funny, the back of the cards. It's got statistical information. I would definitely need to look up whether or not there were more cards or if they just had the two cards. And the reason why I say that is because there's only one perforation. The perforation is just near the spine here. There's no perforation separating these two cards. And so I don't know if there were more. I don't think so. Looks like just a simple insert, but anyhow, I digress. Really nice book. There's one more parting view of another nice spread. Beautiful. Beautiful artwork. Who did the artwork on this? I'm looking for some sort of acknowledgement of who did the artwork on this. Don't see it. Ah, okay. So what they've done is on the inside cover, I thought it was just a reprint of a movie poster, but they actually have above the indicia, they've listed all of the people involved in this adaptation. Pencils by Mark Bright, inks by Randy Emberlin. Very cool. Very nice. Yeah. It's been loved. A little bit of scuffing going on along here. Again, another heavy black cover. And yeah, so here's another example. I don't know if it's actually going to show it. Oh yeah, it does. So this photo, you've got 4-color black, and it comes up to this edge, and then you've got this lighter, what appears to be a lighter black where the banner is. That's 1-color black. And so any scuffing or anything like that, like I just pointed out up here, shows up more clearly when it's only 1-color black, because it's just the black ink on a white paper. Yeah, and it's on and off all the way down. It's down here as well. The photo itself really doesn't look as though it's had any of this. There's a little bit of a scratch. That's part of that scuffing that I was talking about. It's really apparent up here. The scuffing on the one color black. Couple of dings on the spine. And yeah, they're color breaks. Again, one color black. There's another one down there, or actually two. Yeah, well, really nice book overall, though. It's just it's had some loving. There's a little bit of, looks like something fell on it there, or it got dinged somehow, just up here on the edge. And then, of course, the ubiquitous scuffing in the lower corner. There's also some scuffing up here as well. Just there. But yeah, nice book. And a nice surprise finding these cards. Yeah. And that's it for this time around. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let me know which books you like out of this lot. Thank you again if you've dropped by the shop and checked out what I've got there. Yeah, very much appreciative. And until next time, enjoy the dig, man. Cheers.